the Granite City Folk Society's Friday 5 and 9 performances. Tonight the stage is going to be graciously blessed with amazing music from Paul Imholt. In case you did not read up on some of the stuff that we had out there about him, he is a multi-instrumentalist.
I'm playing tonight.
Songwriter and singer. Is best known
Oh, okay,
as
that'd be
a
great.
dulcimer player, but he is also
Oh, okay,
commonly
okay,
called
great.
Nice to meet you.
And your name? Barbita? Nice to meet you.
Your name is
Paul.
Paul.
Paul writes and performs music that reflects
And you are?
I'm
Shay.
Shay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for coming.
Migrant workers and just a little bit of
Thank you so
everything.
much.
He is also
I went to your website. You had amazing
I got a lot. I've got a lot of. Yeah, I've been doing this a long time.
He is going to grace us with some of his finest
Hi, I'm Paul.
singing and songwriting. So
Nice
thank you
to
ever
meet
so
you.
much.
Thank you for coming.
Please welcome Paul Imholt.
Yeah. So is that a little bit loud for you? Not so bad? Okay. Hey, thank you so much for coming. It's great to see you all. That was 4 fiddle tunes. I kind of promised in an article I would do some new stuff. The first one was, I often just kind of make things up as I go along, so that was pretty new. Second one I've been working on for a few weeks. And then the third and fourth piece were 2 Scottish things. One Jenny Hardy's favorite, and the second was Lady Campbell's. don't know if you noticed the panic look on my face as I looked down. I moved my dulcimer back. I've got my foot pedal here that I forgot to move back. So I moved it back now, so I'll catch it later. So I was like kind of reaching for it during that tune. So that was, again, there was a couple tunes. The middle tune was a traditional piece called Leather Breeches. And the first piece is a variation of one of my pieces called Swather. So I'll try. If anybody gets motion sickness, you know, I'll try to calm down a little bit. So I've got these, about 200 feet from my house, there's this small grove of about 20-year-old red oak trees. And last February, about the time of my birthday, I noticed, I'm hearing a little hum. I noticed that about mid-February, they were full of reddish trees, or they were not red anymore, but the leaves are still on. I began to wonder, when do they actually leave the trees before the new? And it felt like you could smell spring in mid-February last year. So I wrote this song. You know, it's like everybody just kind of wants to go and do it. You know, you want it to come. And patience is a difficult thing. These red oak trees will soon lose their leaves as the last days of winter draw near. Come tumbling down like rust to the ground before the golden buds appear. And a band of snow geese fly overhead, rowing on a two-note song, turning north to their ancestral home. Won't you carry me along? Springtime's almost here, got nothing to complain of. Set your hands to the earth and your face to the sun and your heart to all you love. Oh, your heart to all you love. Clumsy weather and muddy boots, the frost begins its yield, and the sweet smell of soil, it's planting time as the plow opens the field. And the late last snow, oh, the winter sows, so moist, so beautiful, leaving a trace in the melting banks and the shady side of my soul. Springtime's almost here, I've got nothing to complain of. Set your hands to the earth and your face to the sun and your heart to all you love. Oh, your heart to all you love. Now you could sing that chorus with me, it's not too difficult. The first line is, springtime is almost here, got nothing to complain of. Springtime's almost here, got nothing to complain of. Set your hands to the earth, set your hands to the earth, and your face to the sun, and your heart to all you love. Oh, your heart to all you love. Set your hands to the earth and your face to the sun and your heart to all you love. Oh, your heart to all Well, I mentioned I was going to debut some songs. I've played that song a couple times at nursing homes. So, so you're not the first audience to, which is good because it always scares the pants off me to actually play a new song that you've never sung before. Even just for my wife, it's like, you know, but she's really critical, so it's just, which is why I love her, you know? This is another fairly new song. I imagine only one person here has heard it. Maybe three. I do a lot of festival playing. I don't do that many, you know, like stage shows as a soloist. I do a lot of festivals like the Lemonade Art Fest is where, that's my main gig, you know, my main type of gig. So you see me on weekends just, you know, driving around Minnesota, Wisconsin. And a while back I was down at St. Kate's playing a July Fest. And it was one of those misty mornings, and so, you know, all the artists were kind of, you know, huddled in their tents, and playing acoustical string instruments. It's not the best to be out in the rain, so I was in my van just kind of waiting, hopeful. That reminds me of what a musician is. You know, a musician is the type of person that'll take $5,000 of instruments, put it in a $500 car, drive 100 miles to play a $50 gig. But that's, you know, that's not really part of this song, so just... So I'm sitting there kind of waiting. I thought, well, I'll try to be productive during my kind of off time here. So I pulled out a napkin and started writing a song. And then God gave me this little gift. There's this police cruiser. I don't know if you're familiar with the College of St. Kate's, but it's out in the front. They've got this kind of long, slopey lawn where the Art Fest sets up. And this police cruiser, for some reason, I don't know why, he decided to go down in the lawn with his car, which is okay. You know, really, on misty Saturday morning, about 10 o'clock, at an Art Fest, it's not, you know, it's not that chaotic, but so, you know, he was down there for a while. I was kind of watching it, and then he came back and tried to get over the curb, and he got stuck on the curb. It was delightful to watch. I said, I should write a verse. So I wrote a verse. Another police cruiser came and tried to push him a little bit. And they worked about 15 minutes before they got that. So, you know, have you noticed in St. Cloud, going away from the cruisers, that they're going up to the, you know, the SUVs for, you know, just to get a little more clearance in? It might have been just because of that one incident. Now I tell you this because that verse, I'm not going to sing that verse. It just didn't quite belong in this song, which is kind of strange because I usually try to jam whatever I can get. But I digress. This introduction is actually longer than the song, but that's one of the techniques if you have short songs. So I was thinking, I'm working on this children's album. I thought, you know, this, if I play it on the dulcimer, it would kind of sound like these harmonics. The harmonics aren't actually in the song, but it's kind of like, and I could kind of call it a lullaby, but I'd have to change the verse that alludes to suicide. And I thought, well, I could just drop that one, you know. I said, I'm not proud. And then I thought, the second line is maybe a little bit ambiguous for children. The line is grace in the afternoon. Grace in the afternoon. Well, it's maybe a little ambiguous for adults too, but I said, what if I change that to a nap in the afternoon? Parents will love it, you know. So this could catch on. You'll get endorsed by somebody. And then the original second line was sex in the afternoon, but that didn't actually sound right coming out of my mouth. So grace in the afternoon sounds right to me. So I've gone back to grace. This is called Randolph Avenue. Pizza on Sunday morning, grace in the afternoon, dancing through the evening on Randolph Avenue, on Randolph Avenue. Oh, love me if you love me, show me with a kiss. You be Pokey, I'll be Gumby, and remember this, and remember this. Everything will work out, will work out. Everything will work out, will work out. Oh, tell me what you're thinking, tell me what you know. Talk about Mr. Lincoln painted on the patio, painted on the patio. Oh, walk me on the water, take me by the hand. We'll go down together to the promised land, to the promised land. And everything will work out, will work out. And everything will work out, will work out. Oh. Don't need a ton of money, half a ton will do. We'll have toast and honey long as I've got you, long as I've got you. Pizza on Sunday morning, grace in the afternoon, dancing through the evening on Randolph Avenue, on Randolph Avenue, on Randolph Avenue, on Randolph Avenue. Feel free to heckle. You know, this is like, this is, you know, the great thing about Bo Diddley's is it's a listening room. We have concerts here. Maybe, I'm sure Georgina will talk about this sometime, but we have started Friday nights concerts. A lot of local acts come through. We invite you back. And typically, I collect the money. So actually, I get to keep the money tonight. Yes, this is not bad. And we're going to take the summer off, so you know, come before. And we got some big names. I'm not really supposed to be doing this, am I? So, this is just no, I was going to talk about what's her name? Well, Iris DeMent. Iris DeMent's coming in a couple weeks on Pioneer Place, so I just want to mention that to you. Great country folk singer, but she doesn't play the mandolin, as far as I know. I mean, I could be wrong. The great thing about the mandolin, it's fun to play, which I'll try not to have too much fun, but you know, but I'll have a little. Thank you. Thank you. So I am probably most known in St. Cloud as a dulcimer player. That's because there's only two of us. There's three of us in St. Cloud, you know. So, you know, Mike, maybe this does sound a little boastful, but I kind of think I'm the premier dulcimer player from, you know, like the east side of the Mississippi River to Highway 10, and if you go south of Minnesota Boulevard to, well, maybe all the way to Clearwater, but I'm not positive about it. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to go too high on this. I'm from Minnesota anyway. So this is a fairly, I have just stumbled upon, I've been playing this piece, like I play festivals, so you can play pieces and they just kind of morph or they turn into things. I've had a few different names, but just this week, I think I've settled upon the name. So in this way, I'm premiering this tune. This is, right now, this is called Sleepy Hollow Road. And I hope to put this on my children's album, so, but. So the hammer dulcimer is a very ancient instrument, has lots of strings. I was a little surprised at myself. It was the last thing I bothered tuning before the show started. I'm like, that's usually the first thing, but I did tune it earlier. I changed a couple strings earlier today, and actually I was pretty surprised how close they were to tune. So I came by playing the dulcimer through a friend of mine. A friend built one and she lent it to me. And I learned to tune out of a book. And I don't really like learning tunes out of books, so I just started writing things, which is, I find it a lot easier just to, make it up as you go. But once in a while, it's good to learn somebody else's song. So here's somebody else's song. It's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. Little darling, the smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. Little darling, I feel the ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. Well, I'm going to do one more tune right now on my dulcimer, one more spring song. This is by Antonio Vivaldi. This is from one of his little concertos for like a small string orchestra and for violin soloists. This is the Allegro movement from El Primavera, or Spring. I think that mic can come down. Well, I started with my violin or my fiddle. This is a viola. The technical difference. Do you have any viola players here? I know we have one. Technically, couple. You know, the if you're not a viola player, the technical difference is the viola burns longer. Well, those are lyrics by Sir Isaac Watts. So I believe a melody. I'm not absolutely positive. I learned that melody from a couple of my musical mentors, a man named Jeff Johnson and John McCutcheon. So I'm going to do one more song and then take a break, because it's kind of crowded here. It'll give you a chance to stretch, get a beverage, visit my CD emporium. Yeah, shame. Oh, that's a shame. So I did a tour of schools, mostly schools, at the end of November and early December in North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, Nebraska, and a little bit of Minnesota. And the one show that was not a school show, after driving about 200 miles in a day and doing 2 shows, I got to play at a senior center, at a nursing home, and it's a lot of fun. And then I had to drive another 2 hours to get to my next school for the morning, but for $50. So I was, actually the room was pretty full, and the audience was really close. It was the evening program that a lot of people in wheelchairs, but hearing aids. Which you can turn down. That's the advantage. So typically, I haven't done it yet, and I may not do it. But you can catch me if you have a song you'd like to hear during request. You can request a song. But I typically, when I'm playing a nursing home or senior center, I'd say, "Are there any requests?" And almost right off the bat, this woman in the front row, right about over here, said, "Play your wife's favorite song." What a great request. I had no idea what that was, though. It's like, it really, that caught me more off guard. So I said, let me think. Yeah, so I played a couple instrumentals, and as I'm thinking, as I'm playing, so I started qualifying it just a little bit, saying, well, there's a billion songs, but most of them I don't know. So, I'm not going to play something I can't play, kind of fair, at least. So that took out, the whole repertoire of songs. And then I qualified it just a touch more. I said, wife's favorite song that I wrote, which makes it, a little smaller group. And so I played the song, and then I called her later and said, well, I want you to think about it. Think about what your favorite song I do is, and I'll, when I get back to St. Cloud, we'll see. So this is a song. This is the song I did for the lady who asked for my wife's favorite song. This, which leads me back to, this song is on my latest CD that I recorded with the Tarvies. And it is a love song in a certain sense. It's a song called Driving My Tractor. Driving my tractor down the Tarvey Road, I could go faster, so I've been told. Cars behind me, places to go. I'm taking my time down the Tarvey Road, and all my neighbors been replaced. They sold their livestock, they moved away. Houses planted in a perfect row, where their cornfields used to grow. Great-granddaddy broke this ground. A team of horses, one bottom plow. He passed it down through the family. Now I'm the last of that old hayseed. I'm driving my tractor down the Tarvey Road. I'll shift from high gear down into low, and those behind me talking on cell phones. I'm but a farmer on the Tarvey Road, and as a boy, this road was gravel. Go to town, took an hour's travel. Now it takes no time at all. Out my front window, shopping mall. First came the offers, then came the threats, then their lawyers with long regrets and zoning changes pushed on through. Say, what's a farmer supposed to do? I'll drive this tractor to the day I die, and then I'll head it up to the sky. I'll tell St. Peter, hold the gate wide, and I'll give Jesus the first hayride. Ride my tractor down the Tarvey Road, out to the pasture with a spreader load. Little reminders everywhere I go, there's still a farmer on the Tarvey Road. Say, little reminders everywhere I go, there's still a farmer on the Tarvey Road. I'm taking my time down the Tarvey Road. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll be back in a little bit. Thank you.